There's a lot of stuff, I guess you could say, going on across social media right now regarding Logan Paul's fiance. Now, if nobody knows Logan Paul, he is a YouTuber, 27, 28 years old. He just got engaged to this Sports Illustrated model slash whatever model, like Instagram, all that kind of stuff that she is. She's 31 and her name is Nina Agdal. I think I'm pronouncing that right. And it has been very clear that throughout the whole social media thing that's going on, well, what's exactly happening is there's this guy, Logan Paul, is going to be fighting in a boxing match here in a couple months or less. And his name is Dylan Dennis. Now, on Dylan Dennis's Twitter for the past week or whatever, he's been posting pictures of Logan Paul's fiance with other men. And there have been 60 plus pictures now of this woman with multiple men from Hollywood, including maybe even Brad Pitt, including Leonardo DiCaprio, including a bunch of different guys. And so what I'm going to do right now is I wanted to compile a list of videos to show you guys regarding this woman, but I think Steven Crowder did the best job, so I'm going to turn the time over to him because he had the best collection regarding the videos of her. But I also want to show you guys, this is Dylan Dennis's Twitter account, and so you can see this is Logan Paul's fiance. That's not Logan Paul, but there's just endless pictures, and some of them are very scandalous, so I can't show them on YouTube here. But there's just a lot of pictures of, see, and this is Logan Paul right here. And so there's just a lot of inappropriate stuff that she's, that's definitely photoshopped, but there's just been a lot of inappropriate things that have been, like how many guys has she been with? Yikes. Again, some of these pictures are not appropriate, so viewer discretion is advised, and I do not own any rights or anything like that, and anything that is shown that was perhaps more explicit, that's that's because it's all over the internet anyway. So here we go. So this is the collection of videos, and again, I do not own the rights here, but this is I'm going to be invoking the disclaimer, copyright disclaimer that is, here and now. So with that being said, let's go ahead.
Only thing better than dessert is sex.
Peeps would make me eggs and bacon, a lot of bacon and sausage.
Oh, goodness.
She meant wiener when she said sausage
he
there.
would cook me dinner again, like a good steak with a good sauce and some potatoes, maybe some
give you a
green
good sausage
beans.
there.
And then after
I think that's the
that,
implication.
you know what happens.
You talk about your daddy issues?
Hello. I don't really think penises are that pretty, so I prefer you to hide it inside casually.
I sucked
Yo. What did she just say?
Penises are that pretty, so I prefer you to hide it inside casually.
I sucked a in a football stadium full of people once.
Who hasn't?
Are there any foods that make either of you gag?
My gag
at the reaction
reflex
here.
is pretty strong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to say, it will take a lot.
Okay.
So, look, this is...
I mean, and he goes in further here, but I also want to skip ahead to this part. So this was actually on Logan Paul's actual podcast here. And so this is him and his now fiance. And I mean, we'll just let the horses speak right from their mouths. But what I want to make sure you guys understand is that men in today's modern day and age are not supposed to have self-respect anymore. Look at this guy, Logan Paul. Now, I'm not trying to diss anybody here. I'm just trying to inform you guys that men are not supposed to have self-respect in the modern day and age. They are not supposed to have any kind of standards for their women nowadays either. In fact, I mean, what would be crazy is now that all of this stuff has come out about Logan Paul's fiance, I mean, it would be insane to see the reaction from his people, from his supporters and his subscribers, if he actually divorced her and walked away from it after figuring this out. I mean, this is another example of how I've never seen a relationship where a younger man and an older woman works out. Because usually the whole thing about female nature is based around some kind of form of, how would you say it? It's based off of some kind of form of, I wouldn't say deception per se. However, it's more or less based off of inadvertence or passiveness to what's actually going on. And so, as an older woman that's been more experienced, especially with the amount of experience that she has, that she's clearly stating all over the internet, like, it's very hard for me to see how this could end well for Logan. In fact, I would root for Logan to walk away from this, personally. But let's hear what they have to say.
You not having sex with me for the duration of time that you did was very important.
You thought something was wrong with me.
I'll be honest, I thought I did.
You talked to Mike about it.
I said, this girl's perfect as far as I can tell. There's one unexplored venture, and I have reason to believe that there's probably something wrong with it, because if it's too good to be true, it probably is.
Wait, it's too good to be true to be with a woman who slept with everyone but yourself?
That's a good point. It's a good point. So, there you guys have it. That's just a little taste of what's happening in the social media world right now. And it's become a pretty big deal across multiple different platforms. And look, you guys, they don't want men, and they meaning the establishment, anybody that's trying to make any form of ideology, they don't want you to stick to your guns. They don't want you to be a strong, capable, confident, athletic, and successful financially, spiritually, emotionally, physically, and well-rounded with women. It has become so clear to me over the past couple years is that the biggest hurdle in the dating game in modern day times, because now anyone that's watching this that's over 40 or over 50 can clearly see that what's actually going on in the dating world nowadays is disgusting. That's just a taste of what's actually going on. And so when we get to this point in society where women are being told that they're more valuable than they are, and I guarantee you she's the one that wears the pants in that relationship, just how the way that she acted with him. I mean, she holds the frame, for sure. And it takes strong men to make emotional women happy. That's the truth. Because I've seen weak men, and they cannot make women happy that are emotional. or any kind of woman happy. That, as far as I can tell, you know, they might be like the teacher's pet, or the, you know, the pet of the woman, this man, but they don't see this man as a leader in any way, shape, or form. And sure, a lot of these beta males can get some sexual activity from different females, but they might even get married to some of, like Logan's getting married to this woman. And I'm not saying Logan's a beta male, but it's obvious that even if you have all the finances, even if you have all the success, when you sell your soul away to the establishment, you're going to find that you still may not be able to conquer and understand what exactly is the nature of females. Female nature is not as mysterious as we'd like it to as we'd like to think or believe in today's society. Female nature is not mysterious. They're not going to tell you straight up if they like you. They're not all of them. There may be some bold women that make it clear through eye contact, and they might place themselves in your vicinity, but they're not going to make a direct move. And the reality is because they're absolutely terrified of rejection, more so than men. And that's something men, you have to understand, is women are just as much more terrified, just as much, if not more so, terrified of rejection of you, then if you're that guy, then you are of them. And once I learned that, I became a lot more confident in just who I was. And, you know, it's like when you are depressed and anxious as a man, which is what the establishment wants us to be as men. They want us to be depressed. They want us to be anxious. They don't want us to be strong. They don't want us to be independent. They don't want us to be capable of doing our own things. Exactly, right? They don't want us to do these things. They don't want us to be strong, stoic, peaceful, but ready to lay down the sword when needed. Because that's something that Christ said, right? Christ said he came not to bring peace but a sword. And that's exactly the kind of mindset that you need to have. Is, look, I'm going to be cool, I'm going to be peaceful, but if needed, you better believe I will not hesitate. And I'll be cordial, I'll be kind, but I don't have to like what's going on here. And that's fine. Like, I can still be just me over here. But there will be retribution for these women. I guarantee that if Logan goes through with this marriage, it is not going to end very well. Because this woman clearly thinks that she's more of a higher status than Logan for some reason. And it's probably just here's something else that I've noticed about most women nowadays. Even like the women that are in their early 30s. And I'm speaking about the modern woman. I'm not speaking about traditional woman. So if you're offended by this, you're probably not a traditional woman. Because all of the traditional women that have been on my channel have agreed with everything that I'm saying. So I don't plan to offend those traditional women when I say this. But women nowadays, even in their early 30s, most of what they have to offer, even if they are attractive, even if they do take care of their physical body, sure. You know, they do eat healthy, sure. But spiritually, they are just not right. Just not right. I mean, look at that woman, right? That Nina gal. She's fairly attractive. She's not like, you know, she's physically attractive. But she's not like high level supermodel Like she may be a Sports Illustrated model, but she's not like the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. Okay? And a lot of these women, all that they have to bring to the table is a gigantic head with no chip on their shoulder. They have a lot of greed to come with. They have these long stinking eyelashes that just like, I don't like those. I don't like those. I don't know why like some men like that. And I don't know why men like makeup sometimes too. Like I'd rather just look at a woman's face, you know. But anyway, they come with a lot of different baggage. You know, they may not have had the best relationship with their fathers or their families. And, you know, to some degree, I understand that because I came from a similar background. But for women, it's a lot more difficult to actually put in the work in the right time because they need that male leader. A man can get his masculinity directly from God and his leadership directly from God. A woman has to get it from a man that's connected to God. Why? Because that's what the Bible says. And it's not only that it's just what the Bible says. It's that look at what happens in the society when you have a bunch of freaking cowards that will bow to the pedestal of the female, to the eternal image of the feminine in satanic form. and it's not a good eternal image either. And they run away with their tails between their legs because all of the freaking establishments in nowadays just want men to be cowards. They want us to be cowards. They want us to hide and be in our homes. They want to have the food delivered to us. They don't want us to go hunting. They don't want us to go out. They don't want us to get skilled in different places. They want you submissive, obedient, compliant, and full of fucking shit. Excuse my French, but it pisses me off to see all of these men with such potential. And all they're doing is being little bitches. That's really what it comes down to. Grab yourself by the balls, make sure you find your balls, and go out there and conquer the world like the fucking king that you can be. So with that being said, I hope this message was useful and insightful and informative to some degree. Till next time, peace be with you.